Hey guys, welcome to the free world. We're going to be discussing Trump's brand new executive order that just came out today, January 1st. January 28th. But anyways, we're going to take a look at this. So today, just hours ago, he was just like, all right, America, I told you guys how I'm not a huge fan of Muslims, and I want them to stop coming here for a decent amount of time. So he has done that. He has signed a brand new executive order that is banning immigrants from Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. Many of these places are actually the immigrants are actually refugees. He has put a stop to it. He was just like, boom, done. And so this morning, when they arrived on their plane, and people are still arriving by plane, they come to America, and they're just like, well, no, you gotta go home, go back, go away. And they're still doing that right now. So it's interesting to see. A few people did get through after he signed it. He signed it. It took a minute for the phone calls to be made for them to be like, hey guys, if you see a Muslim, tell them to go home. So we're going to see how this is going to play out. Now, the executive order doesn't last forever. If I remember right, for right now, it's 90 days. I could be wrong, though. And what he's saying is he's going to do it to increase vetting in this time so representatives can figure out what's going on. If you didn't already know, they already have a vetting process for these people. And the people that are coming in already have visas and green cards and were already approved to come here. Now, I can't say that any of them might not have been, part of a terrorist group or not, but I do know a lot of them were refugees that were suffering. Now, he makes a very good point about how, well, not him. I don't think I've actually heard him make this point, but I've heard a lot of people make very good points about how Middle Eastern countries should be helping take care of these refugees. And this is very true. Let's take a look at Saudi Arabia. They have they have thousands of tents with air conditioners and kitchens and bathrooms. And you know who's staying in there? No one. Saudi Arabia is kind of being a dick about it. But that is their monarch. Their monarch sucks. And if we take a look at Germany, Germany has been helping them out quite a bit. And now, because of the increase of all these people, there is more crime. But I still believe that we should have a plan to help these refugees. Now, there is a plan that's being batted around talking about Syrian safe zones. Now, this is going to cost a lot of money, and it is going to require a lot of help. But I think this is Trump's plan because he's also talking about re-expanding the military even more. If you didn't already know, we already have the largest military in the world, and we already have the most funding for our military, hugely compared to everyone else. It's huge compared to everyone else's, But my theory is that what Donald Trump is trying to do right now is he's trying to prepare for war. And it just hasn't been said yet. Because, well, in some ways it has. Because, they've been talking like, hey, Russia, you want to just blow up ISIS? And, that is a good idea, the way they're talking about doing it in a certain way. But I'm not a fan of Russia's legislative branch. Putin, he's an authoritative figure. And he kind of just, not a fan. 2 thumbs down. But it might work out to get rid of some of ISIS. I think we're going about doing this the wrong way, but my big theory is that he's planning to go to the Middle East, set up the safe zone in Syria, and then it's going to cause a ripple effect. And I think his plan is to cause expansion into Africa and to cause a destabilization, to cause restabilization. Now, this pretty much is going to, if this happens, it's pretty much equivalent to a military coup with our involvement, but he might not do it. I don't know. It's very possible that I think that's what's going to happen. I think he's going to try to force free market capitalism throughout the area. And while in some ways it sounds like it could be a good idea, I feel like we could work with the United Nations more and come up with a better solution, but no one's really throwing out too many good solutions these days. I really feel like we should just, work on democracy everywhere. But I don't see that happening because we have too many people like Assad and the people in Saudi Arabia and their monarch and North Korea just like hungry for power and refusing to let go. But we're going to see what comes in the next coming months. I'm very curious to see what his new executive orders are going to be because he says that there's plenty of more coming. So it's very interesting this morning to hear that they're even turning the ones that have already arrived in planes away, telling them that they got to go home. They could have at least let a few of them in, whatever. But I guess in some ways it makes sense. He signed the law, whatever. But that's all I have on this topic right now. If you have anything else to add, leave a comment. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Please subscribe. Y'all take it easy.